It's all about having the key insights, following the leaders of the crypto industry and background stories on blockchain technology trends to keep you one step ahead. Monty Metzger, CEO of LCX.com, keeps you up to speed with what's moving global crypto markets and gives you the latest insights about LCX's platform and ecosystem. This is LCX Insights Live.
Excellent. Welcome. This is a very special LCX Insights Live. I'm thrilled to see you all again. We are live on YouTube, live on Twitter, and everybody can tune in and send us their questions, especially on YouTube. I will see them right away and answer them. So welcome to LCX Insights Live. In this live video show, I'm engaging with the world's top blockchain projects, entrepreneurs, investors, and pioneers in crypto and blockchain in honest conversations meant to challenge traditional ways of thinking. My name is Monty Metzger, and I'm founder and CEO of LCX. LCX is a regulated fintech company that focuses on digital asset trading, compliant token offerings, which we're talking about today, and tokenization, such as the Diamonds.com project. LCX received 8 blockchain-related approvals by the Liechtenstein regulator. That's more than any other company in the country. Liechtenstein is this small country next to Switzerland and Austria in the middle of Europe and has a very high reputation with a AAA rating from Standard & Poor's. That's the highest rating a country can get. And Liechtenstein has introduced these new blockchain laws and a legal framework, which is forward-thinking around cryptocurrencies and blockchain, providing legal clarity and security for our LCX users, for the Tangent token sale, and for the platform as a whole. So today's show title is Tangent, All You Need to Know. And I have awesome team here with me. So let me introduce Clint Alexander and Ben Jordan here, get you on the show. How are you?
Great, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, Monty.
Yeah, thank you for hosting, Monty. Cheers.
Excellent. We're looking forward to this. So I see there are more and more people coming in the live show at the moment. And we want to get started with a couple of questions. Today is all you need to know about Tangent. So let's dive right in. I think, what is Tangent? Can you explain?
Yeah, definitely. Maybe I'll take that one. So my name's Clint Alexander, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Tangent. And Tangent basically is a permissionless DeFi protocol built on the Cardano blockchain. We're a team of talented Web3 and blockchain developers who have gotten together, and we want to provide DeFi as a service tools to projects, tokens, artists, and end users on the Cardano blockchain. So some of our flagship products include, we have an NFT farm, a redeemable NFT launchpad, and also a yield farm creator tool. So we have our own tools that people can use, and we also do white labeling for people as well, so we can build tools for other projects.
Okay, that's great. I think in general, you already dived into a couple of your products, which is good. So we'll certainly have more time to dive into that. Probably before we go into Tang token and these kind of things, can you tell us about why Cardano? Why did you choose to build on Cardano blockchain?
Should I take that initially?
Yeah, maybe Ben, you can take that one.
Just briefly, yeah. So why Cardano? Good question. The essential things: the security, the scalability. There's a lot to be said for what Charles is doing as well. It might not be the fastest process, but it's the most professional. And we know Cardano as a go-to name, and this is why we picked it. Also, it's a niche. We feel we're creating something that not another organization hasn't done before in regards to the NFT farming, especially. So.
Okay, yeah, I see there's a lot of traction at the moment around Cardano. I mean, also LCX had been implementing the hard fork now already. We're ready to go to the next level for Cardano. We think the smart contracts which are enabled on the platform are outstanding. And we are proud and excited to welcome you as the next token sale at LCX, token sale manager. Can you tell us more about the Tang token? What is the token about? What's the utility? and functionalities.
Yeah, thank you, Monty. So basically, Tang is a governance token for the Tangent protocol. And what we did was we want Tangent to be a community-owned project. So we've created two things to enable this. We've created the Tangent DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization that exists on the blockchain. And we've also created the Tang token as a governance token to control this DAO. So the Tang token gives the holders the right to vote on proposals and suggest changes to the protocol in itself. So it's very important token for our ecosystem, because actually holders of the Tang token have a say in how we govern the whole protocol, and they can even change, for example, the utility of the Tang token. So right now, the utility of the token is as a governance token, but in the future, if members of the Tangent community got together, they could change how the Tang token was used or how the Tangent platform operates in itself.
How will this be done?
So this will be done on-chain, and it will be permissionless. So what would happen is you'd have to have at least one Tang token in your wallet, in your Web3 wallet, such as Eternal on Cardano. That's basically the Cardano version of MetaMask. You'd have to have at least one Tang token in your wallet, and having that one token would give you the right to vote. So you could basically submit proposals, and then when the proposal is submitted, we would have a voting schedule. And before the voting schedule begun, there will be a snapshot. The snapshot would basically say how many Tang tokens are in your wallet. That's how much weight you have in the vote. And then as long as the vote meets the quorum and it is positive in the favor, then that proposal would be enforced later on via a smart contract and via modifications to those contracts if necessary.
And now, going back to the product itself, can you give us an update on where you stand today, what has been done in the past, and like what's on the roadmap in terms of ecosystem and your products?
Yeah, definitely. We've been working really hard on this project for over 2 years now. And where we stand right now is that we have a test version of our app is being internally tested at the moment. We're currently running a lot of different edge case tests to see what happens. And then probably by next week, we'll have the first public testnet up and working, and people can start using the app themselves. And the first thing we've been working on is the Tangent DeFi app, which is basically the NFT farm and also the yield farm generator. With this app, users can create their own NFT farms, and they can create their own yield farming pools as well for their tokens. And it's pretty cool. So basically, this is really interesting because in the past, yield farming was kind of something that could only be done by very specialized teams, such as the owners of a decentralized exchange. And now with our tool, we're putting that power into the hands of the end user. So other projects can come use it. Anyone can come use it. It's completely permissionless, which is really nice. And we're really busy with that right now.
Let's break that down. So how would you describe the NFT farm? What is the Tangent NFT farm?
Yeah,
sure.
NFT. Ben, maybe you take that. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah, I can jump in there briefly. So, the idea of the NFT farm is to generate rewards for the users who purchase NFTs. A lot of people, just see them as a JPEG still, but we want to give more utility, and this is what kind of underpins everything that Tangent does. So in regards to our NFT farm, as Clint mentioned, we're going to have 2 phases. The first will just be for whitelisted NFTs, which are made by our in-house artist called Quartz, Japanese Bohemian artist. This will be a 12+1 Genesis edition, and users will be able to single-sidedly stake these NFTs on our very aesthetically pleasing NFT farming platform. And our second version or second stage, which we're really excited about, is as Clint mentioned, our permissionless farm, where users and creators, artists will be able to come and create their own NFT farming pools on our platform. Actually, yeah, we have our MVPs up there, Monty. If you click launch app, it might pop up.
Okay, excellent. Yeah.
So, as Ben was saying, basically the NFT farm, it came out of this idea that we wanted to create more utility for NFTs, And that's exactly what we're doing here. You know, artists can come and they can create an NFT farming pool themselves. And maybe they might want to do that because they want to share royalties with NFT holders. Or maybe it's because they've created their own token that they want to, you know, fairly and transparently distribute to their token holders as well. So we really are creating a tool here and a service here that basically allows artists and other projects to create, to add on utility to these NFTs, financial utility.
Okay, so besides the financial utility, you also had been speaking about DeFi services. And while we had been preparing this, you mentioned DeFi as a service, DAAS as a key part of it. So why do you consider Tangent as a DeFi as a service platform, and what are you offering?
Yeah, basically it's because other projects, other coins, other tokens can come to our platform and they can use our tools and services to add value to their own ecosystem. So what we're doing is we're basically creating end solutions that are completely code-free. Anyone can come and use it. They don't need to be an expert at coding. They can have zero coding knowledge, and they can come to our app and they can basically use these tools themselves as a graphical user interface. And that's what's really special about it. And also, so if they use our app to create the farming pools, etc., or to launch their tokens, then they're doing it through our app. But what we also offer is whitelisting solutions to other projects too. So say, for example, they wanted their own DeFi farm or they wanted their own launch pad, then we would create that for them, turnkey solution with their own hosting and their own graphics and everything, or even create all the graphics for them ourselves. So we have the team to do that. We're 10 people, actually, 10 people strong.
So the company is at 10 people at the moment. When did you start? You said 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Ideas were batting around two years ago, and then we really kind of got into it about a year and a half ago, and that's when Tangent as such was born. So yeah, we, as Clint mentioned, we've got a 10 strong team of coders, legal representation, artistic directors, etc. And yeah, we span the globe as well. We're both based in Dubai at the moment. The company's registered in the beautiful BVI, British Virgin Islands, but we've got team members in the USA, over in India, obviously in Dubai and the UK. So we're spanning the globe.
So how does the team consist of? Like, is there like more developers, or do you have like you as the co-founders? How do you split the roles across the 10 people at the moment?
Sure.
Now,
so Clint, you jump in, mate.
Yeah, we have basically right now 7 of our 10 are coders. So we have 4 full stack developers, and then we have a front end specialist and a back end specialist. And finally, we have a UI UX specialist too, who's doing the graphics for us. So 70% of our team is coders. And then the other 3 are basically myself and Ben, who are also amateur coders. We've been teaching ourselves. And then we also have a legal compliance expert as well, who's on the team.
And how would you describe the vision of Tangent in the future? Let's say like 5 years from now, how big? What will be the offering, and what do you want to achieve?
Sure.
Ben,
sure.
For you take
I'll jump with the starter there. I mean, you know, we've kind of touched on this already. We really want to go permissionless. We want to be this platform that allows for all these different organizations to come and create what we're creating in our stage 1. And everything, I don't even know if our community kind of are aware of it so much, but everything we do at Tangent is kind of underpinned by the arts. Be it you know, our logo design, our branding, our NFTs, which we're releasing very soon as well. So something else that we're very passionate about in years to come is providing this platform for artists, digital artists, to showcase their work. And with the creation of the Tangent DAO, what we hope to be able to do, digital artists will come to us and they'll showcase some of their works, and our community will take a vote and say, right, we want to fund this artist. And funding could be anything from graphics cards to new laptops. In fact, even before Quirtz, our artist was working with us full time, and we were able to help him create his masterpiece. So yeah, just to summarize, we want to create the the permissionless area where users, developers, and also artists can come and grow and showcase their talents.
Mm-hmm. And this, like, how do you anticipate the growth of it? Where do you see, like, now rolling out? What will be kind of the growth drivers of it, and how big is the overall market you are targeting?
Yeah, I'll get that. Sure. Basically, you know, for us, like I said, we're a protocol. So a protocol is not an application. It's actually like a set of rules and guidelines for how smart contracts interact with each other on the Cardano blockchain, specifically decentralized smart contracts, and to do with decentralized finance. So for us, we really think the growth here will be with Web3. We think Web3 is the future of the internet. So what is Web3? So we basically had Web 1.0, and that was just kind of like a read-only web where you could read information on the internet. And then the last phase we had was Web 2.0, which is a read and write phase where you can add your own content, etc. And this is where we had all the social media explosion and the idea of content generators and influencers, etc. And now with Web 3.0, it's going to be read, write, and own. So you will actually own your own content. And the key points that are basically underpinning this growth from Web 2 to Web 3 is the idea that we have a decentralized web, and we have self-ownership and self-custody of our content. And this is what fits in very, very nicely with cryptocurrency. So we feel that basically Web3 is decentralized. It will be using cryptocurrency as the underpinning for the foundation of it, the infrastructure for it, with the smart contracts and the self-custody and the privacy. And for us, we think that the growth is going to come from implementing these Web3 solutions. Also, another driver in growth really is with the NFTs. The recent boom in NFTs was based on speculation. It was just based on the speculation of the value of art. It's very speculative in nature. And now we're really seeing the true value of NFTs is going to come out. You know, that's kind of collapsed on itself. In fact, if you look at the trading for OpenSea, it's down about 90+% in terms of volume. So it's literally dropped from, you know, 400 million US a month down to a few million US at the moment. So it's really is a collapse in that market. But what we see rising from the ashes of this collapse is the true utility of NFTs coming out. And this is what people need to understand, that non-fungible tokens are their own protocol on the blockchain. They're a technology, and it's actually separate to digital art. And what we're doing now with our NFT Launchpad, which is a kind of like a real-fi application of NFTs, the tokenization of real-world products, and also with the NFT farm, which is using the NFT standard to represent smart contracts in finance. This is where the real growth is going to come now, and it will be sustainable growth.
Sustainable growth, yeah. And I feel like everybody's talking about what's the next like killer app. We now have the infrastructure, the layer one. Cardano blockchain, I think, is a powerful infrastructure as a whole, but everybody's looking like, what's the killer app? And I think Tenjin has all the necessary elements to become a killer app on Cardano. And you have a proper team in place. You're building exciting products, and then also how you now decided to launch the 10 token. I think under kind of explains your way of thinking. So this brings me to a question: how or why did you choose LCX as a partner?
Good question. Absolutely. So first of all, the legal perspective. We want to do things by the book. So LCX being a regulated exchange was obviously a key point for us. Being based in Europe as well, we're European. It's a big part of our target market. Also, of course, NMKR's a very successful sale. We're implementing a lot of their tool set within our platform. So the success of that, we partook in that as well. And also, you know, without blow your own trumpet, Monty, yourself, you know, you've been in the industry for quite a while. So when we had the initial talks with yourself and your team, we were reassured that this was the right choice for Tenjin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I wanted to work with you, Monty. So, you know,
yes.
I've been following you for a while on Twitter, and we're really excited to be working with your team. And you know, they're top notch, like probably the highest, the best standard in terms of regulation on the blockchain space at the moment. And yeah, very excited.
Yes. Yeah, I can also give the community a little background on this. I mean, we get hundreds of applications of different projects who want to be listing their token and also doing token sales with us at the moment, but we have to decline most of it. It's sometimes the quality of the product is not there, the team is not good enough, and we feel responsible that everything we present is really top notch to our community. And then also we want to create a long-term success of it. So that's why we participate on many levels. I'm advising you now for the next couple of years. So really putting my own reputation at stake. I want to help you to succeed on all levels. And the first start is actually to get the Tang token out there. And there's a process also we explain on why we do this. But I think you mentioned that getting it done the legal way is more important than ever. You want to issue it that it's safe for the token buyers and the users who are using the utility token in the future, that they don't have to worry. And I think there we have the legal basis to do this, especially out of Liechtenstein. We can target global markets from day one. How to participate in the token sale?
It's a good question. We were actually going to throw that back to you, Monty, but yeah. First of all, you need to get registered, of course. So make sure you visit accounts.lcx.com and get yourself KYC'd. And then yeah, our token sale will be kicking off on the 1st of October, so just in a couple of days. And yeah, within your dashboard, you can navigate to it that way and participate.
Yes, yeah. I'd say make sure you get registered ASAP. Pass the KYC checks. They don't take very long. Usually it's a turnaround is less than 1 day. Once you've done that, there's a number of ways you can fund your wallet on LCX. At the moment, you can fund it via euros, or you can fund it via cryptocurrency. There's lots and lots of cryptocurrencies are accepted there. And for the actual token sale, we're accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, USDC, and Euro fiat.
Yeah. So let me summarize the steps here. So first of all, so how to participate to the Tang token sale? First of all, go to lcx.com, get your account verified. That's number one. Number two is deposit some funds. You mentioned the currencies we're accepting, so you can put some ADA stake and say, okay, I want to put that in. So deposit some funds. And then third is it's a first come first serve opportunity. On October 1st, we'll launch the token sale, and then you have to click purchase. You'll find it at lcx.com/token sale, or the button there, token sale, and then you find all the details about the team, the roadmap, also legal information. We have a full disclosure around basic information, which is required by law. So like risks, opportunities, everything is set out there. Yeah, and then you just click buy, and then you're a proud owner of some Tang tokens.
Yes, exactly.
So, and then also to explain, so once you bought the Tang tokens, they are still locked in your account, occupied. You can't withdraw them right away. There's depending on the round you're taking part of their vesting schedules. But then there will be a guaranteed listing. So we'll list it at LCX Exchange. And one key element which we now noticed is, as we support the Cardano community in a very strong way, the outreach is going far beyond the core of Cardano. Because if you're participating in a Cardano native token sale, maybe one step back, the Tang token is a Cardano native token. Which means that you need a Cardano wallet to host it. You need to be familiar with the system. And now what we've noticed is that a lot of token buyers are also are not familiar with Cardano. They don't have a wallet yet, but they still are excited about it. So they participate in the sale, and then they actually see, okay, how can I get started? But at LCX, it doesn't matter. You don't need to have a Cardano wallet, as it's the centralized platform and centralized exchange. And it also enables the trading at LCX Exchange as a centralized platform. Nevertheless, then I assume you will be also launching, or there will be just like DeFi, decentralized exchanges. What's your kind of roadmap in terms of getting adoption of the Tank token, additional listings? What's on the roadmap over there?
Yeah, thank you. That's a really good question. So with the roadmap, we've got so many exciting things coming right now. And we have the launch of our NFT launchpad, and we have the first tokenized tangible product offering on there as well. So we signed a partnership with an international brewery company who make alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks called Guilo Beer. And we're doing a limited edition collectible non-alcoholic drink that is going to be tokenized as an NFT and sold on the launchpad. And it's really is a limited edition special piece. The art is all made by Quirtz, who's a famous bohemian artist from Japan. And the token itself can be tradable on all the existing NFT marketplaces on Cardano as a secondary trading market. And finally, when you want to redeem it and you want to get the physical beer sent to your house, then you can do that as well through our redemption zone on the launchpad. So that's one of the really exciting things that's coming, and that will be coming in December, perhaps sooner. Another thing that's very exciting that's coming is the launch of our Genesis NFT art collection, which are stakeable within the NFT farm we're creating. And they're basically a debit note where you can stake these NFTs over a 2-year period, and you can get a passive income from them, a yield. And we've done the calculations with it as well. And basically, it's a random mint. So you don't know what NFT you're going to get. There's 36 different NFTs, and each one has its own staking power. So even if you get the lowest staking power, you're still going to make back all your money that you spent on the NFT within 2 years, which is pretty spectacular. And yeah, if you get the rarest one, then the rewards will be really high, actually. For example, in that staking pool, the rewards are about 40,000 US. If you're the only one staking for the whole 2 years, you'd get the full 40,000 US. But the actual maximum amount of that one are only 5 pieces. So even if all 5 people were staking, then you'd probably get approximately 8,000 US dollars over the 2-year period. So we're creating these really cool tools, and we're incentivizing it with a lot of reward. And we're also opening them up and making them permissionless, and then inviting other token projects on Cardano to come use them and create their own NFT launches. So that's really how we're driving the adoption at the moment. Our plan is just like, how we're surviving the bear market is this: we just keep building and building and building.
Yeah. And I was actually here, the question here from Nurdin: how will you guys be able to cope and survive with this bear market? What's your strategy here?
Yeah, build. And obviously we're also communicating more with other projects in Cardano and getting together. Other famous projects like NMaker and ADAO, another big DeFi as a service, and DAO as a service platform on Cardano. We're getting together with these type of people, and we're forming alliances. We're figuring out what the protocol should be on Cardano for smart contracts, what they should be, for NFTs, what they should be for decentralized finance. And by working together, it really helps to, in synergy, we can really have a lot of cross collaboration and grow the ecosystem together.
There are more questions around the Tang token. So let me just take 2 of them here right away. So from Tech Talk Bytes, why is Tang token on Cardano? Can you explain?
Yeah, I basically love Charles Hoskinson. I think he's a visionary. I really like what he has to say about blockchain. And he's been quite instrumental in a few different things to do with blockchain over the years. He actually was one of the original founders of Ethereum at one point. He also was an early adopter of color coins, which was kind of like the first attempt at smart contracts on the blockchain. And he was what attracted me to Cardano. Another thing was sustainability. It's so much more sustainable than, say, Ethereum was before the fork, before the merge. And even now still, with the Vassal hard fork, we have a Plutus smart contracts V3 on the Cardano blockchain, and they scale a lot better than Ethereum. This is the problem with all the Ethereum clones, layer 2s like Polygon and Optimism, and ZK snarks, they don't really scale that well. And then with Cardano, you know, we haven't had to have other, you know, it's all scalable on the main chain, which is great for us, and it's secure as well. And another really, really important thing is that with Ethereum, there's a lot of barriers to entry. If you want to become a validator on Ethereum, you need to get 32 Ethereum, which is quite a lot of money, right? This is about, you know, $40,000 just to have your own Ethereum validator node. And it's also a one-way ticket. You can't take that Ethereum back out at the moment. There's no explanation of when that's going to be reversed and you'll be able to cash out. So there's a lot of question marks surrounding how that works. With Cardano, anyone with a bit of ADA can become a validator. You can delegate. It's liquid proof of stake. So you can delegate and you're securing the blockchain, and you can also spend that ADA at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I can just jump in as well, Monty, just a couple other things as well as the community side of things. You know, Clint and I have built before on alternative chains, and we've just felt this was missing. So we're part of Catalyst community, which is kind of like the Cardano incubator program. And, you know, we've been able to showcase what we're building there, and fortunately got some support from the community in the regards of some funding, and where the results were just released a few days ago. So yeah, to summarize the community side of things with Cardano, it's organic, and they really support projects we feel that are bringing a niche to the market.
Yes, I feel like in addition to that, in technology, you know, I've been in the market since the late 90s, building lots of technology companies and been following the trends there. They're always first and second generation of systems. And I still remember when like the first social media platforms came out, everybody was on MySpace and Friendster, but then like Facebook took over. So I think we are in a similar situation where like their Ethereum solution, it has scalability issues, and now it's the emergence of a second generation. It might be the Cardano kind of taking the lead over here, and for sure Tangent will be on Cardano, one of the leading projects over there. And I think that's exciting. You know, there are NFT platforms out there on Ethereum, but they're lacking on many elements, and I think you're targeting these problems and trying to solve it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So looking into these details, one more question on the token itself, here from Nuruddin saying, what's the token price?
Yeah, good question. The token price in the public sale is going to be 0.0032 US dollars per token. So, you know, just for a few hundred US dollars, you can get many thousands of the Tang token. We priced it very well to make it attractive to the market. And yeah, we welcome everyone to onboard onto LCX and participate in the sale.
Yeah, so and it's open for everybody to join. So there's a small minimum you have to put in, but yeah, it's very reasonable, and then like ready to use it or trade with it. And I think the Cardano community here is pretty strong. We now saw it with the previous project we've been doing, and especially launching a native Cardano token is really something outstanding. There has not been done many times before, and it's now the right time as Cardano has been stepping the ladder in terms of the new infrastructure. And in terms of infrastructure, there's one community question here from John T. Potter. How is Tangent's infrastructure?
Yeah, great question. Maybe Ben, you take it now, so I'd interrupt.
It's okay. In regards to the placement of the team, or how should we take this? We'll go on that.
I would say, like, I mean, you're building on Cardano.
Yeah.
How do you do this? Do you have to run several nodes? How do you build the tech infrastructure as a whole? I think these kind of things. How do you like? Do you outsource stuff, or like do you build everything proprietary? These are like key elements in terms of your tech infrastructure strategy.
Everything is built in-house in proprietary of our own tech, you know, of our own team. Like I said, we're 10 people strong team, and we love to build our own projects. We're also basically working in close collaboration with NMaker and ADAO. So we use some of their tech when possible, as a cross collaboration and support for them. As Ben touched upon before, we're actually a Catalyst funded project. So we were part of the Catalyst incubator program on Cardano. So we've received guidance and support from them, and we actually were successful in a few of the projects that we proposed to them, and we've received funding from them too. So we're receiving monetary support from them as well. And with the infrastructure, it's very important to be running your own node. We have our own node for Cardano up and running as well as a backup, as well as we're also using a company called Block Trust and use their API as well. All these things are very important. Having your own Cardano node, I think, is a plus always for a project. And I hope that answers it.
Next question here from the Great Moonshot. What is the relationship between NMaker and Tangent?
Sure. So, I can jump in there. We've been watching NMKR ever since Tangent was really kind of being bred, if you like. And we love what they're doing. Patrick is creating some incredible tools. Ever since Tangent was really born, we've been kind of sharing our progress with the NMKR team. We've been fortunate to get a lot of feedback on regards to how things are going. Lots of reshares, and we've had a few meetings and again showcased what we're doing with many of the different team members there. So the relationship is we're using their tool set, and we're listening to their guidance along the way.
Okay, yeah. Then there's one more question here. Again, John T. Potter, how to participate in the token sale. I think we laid out the structure a little bit. Can Tank tokens be bought with LCX token? I think you accept ADA, for example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, and Euro as currencies. LCX token plays a role because you need to pay a transaction fee for concluding the public sale. And for this fee, you need some LCX token. So we are kind of making it as a utility as well. So everybody who wants to participate needs a little bit of LCX token as well to participate.
That's a great question. I think we should be accepting LCX for the token sale too, Monty. Maybe we should be having that on there as another token that can be accepted, for the full payment. I think that's possible.
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, up to you. So that's a spontaneous idea.
Yeah, it's spontaneous. How we missed that. It's a great idea.
Discussed. But this brings me also to kind of a legal clarity on the token sale, which I wanted to point out. So this is something dear to my heart because we invested a lot in the legal infrastructure. So LCX started out 2017, we incorporated 2018, and we had been eagerly waiting for this blockchain act called the Trusted Technology Service Provider Act. And we applied for that. It took a year until we got all the approvals, but now we have these 8 different roles. And one of the role is called a token issuer. So this enables us to issue the token on behalf of Tangent. So that the legal token issuer is LCX, and we are issuing it to the participants at the token sale for the first time, which makes us also as a kind of a crucial partner in the system. We have to report this to the Financial Market Authority in Liechtenstein. So we did a token sale notification. And with that notification, we have to, for example, say whether the currencies provided, how many tokens are for sale. And then we also, according to the Blockchain Act and the laws over there, we need to publish some terms of service and the so-called basic information. And the basic information, if you look it up for Tangent, you'll find all the necessary information. It looks like a little prospectus, which you're familiar from the financial world. So it's a similar structure, but all around the Tang utility token. So it includes who is responsible. So it's the issuer, LCX AG in Liechtenstein. It's you as a Tangent team, and the founders are named. So we're not hiding. There's a company address. There's a team. A lot of clarity, which is not there for a lot of other sales I see in the market. And then with that, also, like, what does the token do? What are like certain risks, wallet risk, or risk around Cardano blockchain or whatever? So this is all laid out, and I think this really makes the Tang token sale very, very unique, because you want to provide this clarity to all token buyers, and you want to make sure that there's no legal troubles in the future, like what we've seen with XRP or something like that. The Tang token is legally classified as a utility token, according to the blockchain laws, and that, like, really, really special. So I just wanted to point that out.
Exactly. This is exactly why we took that route, with LCX. That LCX were a very credible partner, and they have a lot of experience in this department. So really, for us, there was no other choice. We definitely wanted to go with you guys, 100%.
Yeah, puts our mind at ease. Absolutely.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, and for the end user, the buyer who participates in the sale, they know it's 100% legal, fully regulated. And for custody, LCX have you covered. You don't have to install a wallet. You can even just leave your tokens on LCX. Fine.
Yeah. Exactly. I think in terms of convenience of use, it's very simple to participate in the token sale. What we also felt is that the community is already very excited and very strong. But can you give us some numbers? Like, how big is the Tangent community? How are you building it? How is it growing at the moment?
Sure. Across all our social medias, we're fast approaching 10,000 organic, and I want to emphasize organic followers. We've got roughly 5,000 on Twitter. I believe we've got 1,000 on Discord. Similar on Telegram. Our YouTube, we've got about 270, 300 subscribers. Reddit, and we're on Facebook, and yeah, we've got our LinkedIn, which is making moves as well. So we're ever growing. As I said, I want to emphasize we're doing this organically, and not only that, something we haven't talked about on the numbers wise, and it's hard to kind of quantify, but is the Cardano community support that we've got through the Catalyst program. This really specific. When we meet every Wednesday with the Catalyst group and a lot of projects building on Cardano, this is a big part of our following too.
Yeah, exactly. We have partnerships with other projects on Cardano. For example, ADAO. They just had a vote in their decentralized autonomous organization. They held a vote whether to accept our proposal for a partnership between Tangent and ADAO, and the votes passed. So we're making that announcement today. And then next week, we also have another announcement coming regarding Rats DAO, which is the biggest NFT DAO on Cardano. And they're actually going to be the first project to be using our DeFi tools. And they'll be creating their NFT staking farm and their yield farm and their Rats DAO staking on our platform. So, and for us, we don't charge them anything to do this. We provide the service completely free for them. They can create for free. They can use it for free, but when they actually extract value, when they cash out, we take a flat fee, 0.5% on withdrawals, and that fee will be going to the treasury that's controlled by the Tangent DAO. So this is pretty important.
There's another question on the product from Tech Talk Bytes. What does stake artwork means on Tangent?
Sure. Well, we've got another term for that as well, which we clone, called operative artwork. So it's the ability to do things with your NFTs. For example, put it on our dashboard and generate yield returns. Could be monetary. It could be further NFTs. Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically putting the NFTs to work in some way. Does it include like fractionalizing NFTs or ownership?
Yeah, completely it does. We actually have a plan to fractionalize some NFTs soon. That's on the roadmap. And we'll be doing an NFT backed by gold, and it'll be fractionalized offering. We're partnering with another very famous gold token. They're currently listed on CoinMarketCap. I can't say their name yet, but in the future, that will be another tokenized offering that's coming. And yeah, we plan to do the fractionalized NFT there. And we'll be working closely with ADAO to do that, who are doing some very exciting developing work in fractionalized NFTs on Cardano.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could even do something with Timons in time to come.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Timons is now tokenizing real-world diamonds 101. And especially when we talk about physical goods, it's there's also a legal role in Liechtenstein called a physical validator, which we applied for, and we're just eagerly waiting until we get the confirmation on this role. And Timons was the showcase for it. So once we get the full confirmation about the physical validator registration, then we will go full power on this, and I'm happy to do some other projects there as well. One more question here from tech side on the community, from the community. John T. Potter is asking, will Tangent move onto different chains? Is it the plan, or still staying on Cardano?
I think it's a good idea that we cross-chain. If we can support more chains, then we can grow our community, and we can also provide more options to our end users. It's not a bad idea. We definitely have some plans for that in the roadmap. One in particular we're looking at is Hedra. We think Hedra is very interesting, and also Quant as well is another very interesting, very high-tech blockchain that's out there at the moment, and they're interoperable, so they're cross-chain as well. So it's pretty interesting. Interoperable.
Yeah, all in good. Absolutely. Yeah, we're keen. I mean, of course, we love the way that Cardano is going as well, and this is our sole focus at the moment as we emerge. But yeah, Clint's absolutely right. We're not keeping ourselves blinkered in the future.
And now, looking at the current NFT market and the development of Cardano, how do you see the market overall evolve? What are the big opportunities you see, and yeah, what should we prepare for? Like, is it not coming out of this bear market situation, or are we in a bear market at all in this time? What are the most interesting trends and things you see?
I think digital identities is quite an interesting trend that we're seeing emerge now. A lot of people are fed up with always providing their personal information to different organizations. There's also a lot of risk there, where every organization is basically doing self-custody for this data, where they're holding your passport, they're holding your user information on their personal private server, and then these servers aren't always secured properly. They get hacked, your information gets leaked, and it's on the dark net, right? So with a digital identity, if we had a digital identity standard across the web, then you'd only have to do this once, and you'd have your own custody for this information, and you basically just verify yourself once through the DID program, and then after that, you could just show this to LCX, say for example, and then they can boom, your KYC is done without actually exposing all your information. So I think this is a very low-hanging fruit at the moment. At some point, this is going to get picked, and there's going to be an industry standard that emerges. And I think all the different blockchains will incorporate that as well, because it will just be so simple to do.
Yeah. Then I'm looking at the times. We now have like 10 minutes left, and I just want to cover like the most important topics around Tangent and also the token sale. So one key question which the community needs to know is about the token economics. Can you explain the outline of the token economics? How is it structured? What are you going to do with the funds? I'm pulling that up from the website.
Thank you. This was good. It was good to have it in front. So yeah, I mean, it's there. Go on, Clint. You carry on.
No, you go, my friend. It's for you.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, we're quite open with our tokenomics, or our economics, as we like to call them. Our foundation tokens, I think it's mentioned, well, it is mentioned in our white paper, they're locked for a very substantial amount of time and then a very slow release to give that kind of backing to the community that we're not here for that. We've got a sizable amount for our rewards program, which is linked to our farming side, our NFT farming platform. So, just to touch on that, something closer to home is that this token, the NFT sale that we're doing, the Genesis launch, users will be able to get substantial rewards. For example, there will be airdrops on specific days of these 12 Genesis edition NFTs. Looking around the rest of the tokenomics, big part that I mentioned as well is our artistic grants program. So we've set aside 10% of our tokenomics for that purpose, to fund these artists, to give them the platform and to allow them to create what the masterpieces that they wish. And of course, yeah, we've got the funding round split up between the different LCX sales. Have I missed anything there, Clint? Sorry.
We have our community rewards section, so that's 25% of the total token allocation, and those rewards will be given out to the community for using our apps, periodically given to them as airdrops. Also, we have rewards can be earned by staking the Tang token as well, and these rewards won't be given out in, say, 12 months. It'll be over 10 years actually. And for ourselves, we have for the team, we have our token allocation is in 10% of the total supply, and that's in the Tangent Foundation, and it's locked for 2 years because we really are thinking long term here. And after the 2 years, it's still on a vesting schedule, so it's slowly released. So there's a lot of things we got there as well. One more thing, obviously, is the artistic grants and ambassador program. We have 10% there for members of the community to come, and they can earn those rewards. Ben, would you like to talk a little bit about the ambassador program?
Sure, absolutely. So we've got some applications coming in thick and fast as of last week, when we really kind of made it open to the public. Via our website, people can apply to become an ambassador. We're interviewing a gentleman and his wife tomorrow, a developer based in America, a crypto enthusiast based in America, and his wife who's an NFT artist. And what we really want to do is just to help, again, build the community, have people who love what Tangent's doing and love the cross collaborations we're having within Cardano, and just to sing our praises, if you like, and get our name out there. But not only that, be a kind of voice or a middleman or middlewoman between the core team and the community. So they will attend certain meetings on a weekly basis with the team and share this information directly to the community. So it doesn't just seem directly from the top down. We want to have something in the middle too.
Okay, and I think another key aspect, just to lay this out in detail as well, is let me switch that. So about the Tang token sale, we talked about the public sale, but I want to pull out the details around the public sale A and B, and maybe maybe Clint, you can guide us through the process over here. What are the options? Let's pull it up. Here you go. So
yes. So basically, there are 2 token sales that will be for the public on LCX. The first one is called Public A, and that has the fixed sale price of $0.00318 per token. With this one, it's a lower price, and the minimum purchase is $500. And basically, it has a lockup period too. These tokens are locked up until the 20th of December. And then after that, it's a slow release every day over 2 months. So by the end of the 2-month period, around February, you'd have a free float of all the tokens, and you can trade them freely. Before that, there is a short lockup period. That lockup period basically will last about 3 weeks, because like Monty was saying before, we are guaranteed a token trading place for this token, and that is on LCX immediately after the second token sale finishes. So there's a small lockup period with that, and for that you get the token at a considerable discount. But that lockup period does last for 3 weeks. So those 3 weeks you won't be able to trade. After that, you will be able to trade freely on the slow release. Mm-hmm. And then the second token sale is a public B. In this token sale, the price is a little bit more expensive. The price is $0.0198 per token. And so $0.0198 per token, and the minimum buy-in is $500. And for this token sale, there is no lockup at all. There's no lockup. On the first day of trading, you can trade this token. And this basically represents exactly 8% of the total token supply. So there's no lockup for this one from day one, probably on the 5th of December, when the token sale concludes, or around that time, you'll be able to trade freely on LCX. And the important thing about having these 2 token sales and the different lockup periods is this. At the end of public sale B, the only tokens that will be in circulation are this 8% that are sold in this token sale. There'll be no other sellers. There'll be no other tokens available, only this 8%. And that's for the 3 weeks. After that, there's a slow release of public A tokens. So this is basically ensures a smooth trading launch of the Tang token.
Sounds good. I think that's a good summary of the public sale A and B. So the A starts on October 1st, and it's a first come, first serve opportunity. And what we've seen at previous Cardano projects is really that within the first 24 hours, they're like almost sold out immediately. There's a huge demand for this, and everybody's excited about the Tangent products already. So yeah, we feel quite comfortable around it. So with that said, I think I'd like to get like two more questions from you. So number one would be, how was the experience working with LCX so far, and like would you recommend to do a token sale for other projects at LCX as well?
Sure, maybe I can jump in there. I think I alluded to it earlier. Ever since we kind of made this application to yourself, Monty, and the team, the communication's been efficient. We've been asking some probing questions to your team members, and fair play to them, they've given us relevant answers. The onboarding process has been smooth, efficient, and yeah, we can only recommend it to other companies and organizations who are looking to do a regulated legal token offering with yourselves.
Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I feel the same way. We've had a lot of support from the LCX team. So much advice as well on our tokenomics and the correct way to conduct the token sale, etc., and to price it well. As you can say, like you were saying, with token A, it's actually 5 times cheaper than token B. So we do expect there to be a huge demand for this. So it's first come, first serve. So just make sure you're ready, and that token sale will be beginning in a couple of days on the 1st of October. So yeah, very excited.
Yeah, that will be exciting. And I think for me also as an entrepreneur, I started many companies in the past, and now having a token as an opportunity also for future like fundraising and also like covering costs for product development and so is so exciting, because this brings your future users or your clients in a position to be part of your journey. And when I say this part of your journey, I don't mean that they participate in it like and become very rich, but rather becoming part of the community, forming the product, giving you feedback. So instead of going to VCs and like raise for your company, they target an exit date at some point of day. So I mean, I've run my own VC fund. I know that you have a life cycle and you think, okay, when can we get out of this again? What's the profit? At the community, they really think long term, and I think that's exciting how they like participate and engage, and that's what I feel is so exciting about the overall LCX sale at the Tangent sale at LCX. So with that said, I think let's dive into a kind of a closing question from my side. So if you look at Tangent, let's say 1 year from now, what will we see? Can you give us a quick outlook, future vision of Tangent and the key deliverables?
Yeah, definitely. I basically kind of see Tangent, the DeFi app, like Uniswap, because we're permissionless and we're providing services for other projects. So I think that Tangent DeFi app will be an integral part of the Cardano ecosystem and the infrastructure, where other projects are using the Tangent DeFi farm to create their yield farming pools. I also foresee that we'll have hundreds of different pools on there and different projects using it. And then we have so many things planned for our roadmap. We also have the Launchpad, the NFT redeemable NFT Launchpad. I expect by then we'll have dozens and dozens of different products on there, and we'll have communities built around these products as well, where they're giving feedback back to the NFT issuers to make new products that are then launched as tokens on the Launchpad. And I also foresee that Launchpad, because we're committed to open source principles, where we periodically publish our code open source, I really do foresee that will be forked many times by other projects who are basically creating their own launch pads, etc. And then finally, another thing we haven't talked about yet is the Tang Globe and our work into play to earn gaming, where we're creating games where you can own the in-game items and earn money for playing the games. And this is called play to earn, and this also fits in with NFTs. So we have so many different things actually lined up in the roadmap.
Actually, let's bring it in, because it was also a question here from Tech Talk Bytes. Tell us something about Tang Globe Gaming. What is it?
I'll just give a little brief explanation first about NFTs and gaming, and then Ben can get into the Tang Globe gaming. Basically, you know, with games now, like you have a lot of people are playing online games, etc., but they don't own their assets, right? They don't own the in-game items. Sometimes these in-game items, you know, you have to play for a long time and level up, etc., to get them. They're very valuable, and then there's no real ownership there once you have that item. For example, you know, you can't withdraw it and then sell it yourself, etc. But with NFTs, like I was saying, the non-fungible token standard, we can apply this into gaming, and we can literally make it so that every in-game item is represented by an NFT, and you have full custody of that. And you can own it, you can withdraw it, you can sell it, you can rent it out, lend it to people. Maybe you can perhaps earn money for lending it to people, but still own it. Another thing that we can have is even have people make their own graphics for the NFT, where you can change the sprite for the NFT, and then that represents a new item in what you've created. You know, you've customized it. So there's a lot of customization, there's a lot of self-ownership that's going on, and it's very exciting. And this is why we have that as in the second quarter of 2023. This is something that will really be to bear fruit within Tangent. Really
so Ben, how will it look like?
Okay, so yeah, by that stage, we expect our community to have grown exponentially, so 5-6x from what it is now, and we want to give our Tangent community some other usability with these NFTs as well. So in our Tang Globe, they will all become Tang Globe Trotters, and they'll be able to do on-game battles. We're very fortunate to have fight for different NFTs, and then we're very fortunate to have our artistic team who's also capable of doing things with this. So the very early stages of development are coming along with those. So without giving too much away, we feel we've got a few niches already with this. But yeah, it's something very exciting. We wanted to almost offer it to our community by that stage, something different. Say, look, you've supported us from an early stage, you've grown with us. Here's our on-game battling for different NFTs and rewards along the way.
Okay, great. Thanks for the summary over there. I think everybody can go to tangent.art to read all about your company in token sale. Also, they can also visit lcx.com, register there to participate in token sale. I think in general, it's an outstanding project. I'm really excited to see this all come to light. And I also have to say, I'm excited to have the Tang token being registered with the token issuance at LCX. Really, we are defining the industry to a new level. The traditional world, the guys like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan had been doing IPOs, initial public offerings for stocks, and now having this voucher, this utility token, which has a real use case in a product, and launching that is exciting as well. So really looking forward to that. Mark your calendars, October 1st. We will start, and thanks for joining here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Monty.
Thanks, Ben and Clint. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This is LCX Insights Live. For more insights, please visit lcx.com/insights and follow us on Twitter @LCX. Onwards and upwards.